you and your spouse come before your children, because if it wasn't for you and your spouse, your children wouldn't be here. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen. Here I encourage women to learn from my past mistakes to help them with their marriage or their future marriage, or even just relationships in general. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's dive in. Today we're gonna talk about dating our spouse. This is literally like my favorite. I love dating my husband, especially after having all these dang kids. We have so many. At least in today's world. Like, we have a lot of kids, but we love them all and we love spending time with them, but we definitely love spending time with each other a little bit more. Sorry guys. When we get into relationships and marriages and we have kids, we tend to forget about our spouse. And some people might disagree with me on this, and that's okay, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But you and your spouse come before your children, because if it wasn't for you and your spouse, your children wouldn't be here. Don't forget that. That's just my take. We shouldn't neglect each other because our children are here. We should still give each other time. So, I'm sure we all heard of this rule, the 2-2-2 rule. If you haven't, I'm here to share it with you. I'm gonna share how my husband and I do it, because we do have multiple children and it gets tough sometimes. So, the first one is every 2 weeks you go on a date. So my husband and I go out to eat every 2 weeks, or something like that along the lines. I'll call up my mom whenever she can, and my husband and I will go on our date. It's a quick 1 hour, 2 hour thing, but it is still just him and I time, and I love every second of it, and we get to enjoy our company in peacefulness and quietness and not getting asked where's their apple juice and chocolate milk and their french fries are too hot and all. It's just like peace. It's wonderful. Every 2 months you go on a getaway. This is getting a little bit harder for my husband and I, because listen, it's just too many babysitters we need to call up. So we actually let the kids have a movie night where I put a timer on the TV. They kind of put themselves to bed right after the TV is done. What I mean by putting themselves to bed is they're bathed, teeth brushed, and all of that prior to their movie starting, because once their movie starts, Daddy and I are hanging out and we don't want to be bothered. So we'll go in our room, we'll play a game. There's tons of games for couples out there. We have a lot of them, and we just enjoy our night. Sometimes we'll just put on a movie ourselves, something new, where we'll just have a moment where it's like, we're not putting you guys to bed, you put yourselves to bed, because you're capable of doing that. Obviously with our 2 younger ones, we have to take care of them. Sometimes we call my mom up and they just go there because they're just little, and we are so grateful to have her because she is a blessing. So, but again, implement these to your best ability. And the third one is every 2 years go on a vacation. Yes, go on a freaking vacation. Now, this is the thing. I love my vacations, but the more kids I started to have, the less time I wanted to spend away from them. I don't really like my kids being anywhere else for too long, because that's just not for me. So our vacations went from 7 days to like 3 to 4 days. And they happen every 2 years. We just came back from Maryland, and that was a good little getaway. We typically go to Florida, but we're kind of switching things up now. We went to Maryland this year. It was a great little 2-day getaway. It was close, so we were able to drive. We went with a couple friends. It was just a nice time away from things that we're doing. Again, sometimes some people either financially can't go on vacations or just can't do anything. So you implement them to your best ability, what works for you and your spouse. Just don't forget, as parents, that you still have to date your spouse, even if it's at home. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be ashamed of it. It is something beautiful still, because it is you and your spouse, and that's all that matters. You don't have to go spending all this money doing all these things when you could just make a home-cooked meal together, make something new together, bake together. Like my husband will do, and I will do anything. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed my cute little tips. If you do need some more advice on what to do, please let me know and I can help you. I just love dates.